Sweet, and that does it for Tropical Resort. So now it's now the game will actually open up a little bit and actually give you access to two different levels to choose from, which is cool because like again like the game is pretty linear, but like it's cool that they like open it up a little bit in this case because like hey, you can just choose which level to do next. So you can either go to the Sweet Sweet Mountain or I believe Star Fleet or something like that. So I'm pretty sure the order the game wants you to go is just clockwise, starting from Tropical Resort. So in that case, let's just head to Sweet Sweet Mountain next. I go, oh my god, look at the one on the right. He just fell off the cliff. I love how they're all decked out, like all the Eggman. Look at all these Eggman's robots. I like how they're all decked out, like on different outfits based on what level it is. That's pretty cool. Anyway, this is Sweet Sweet Mountain, and again, the awesome music trend still continues. Man, I just, like, this game has got, if there's one thing this game has got, it's style, because I know I've said this before, like, very recently, but this game just, each level oozes personality, and this level more than any other oozes icing, because look at all this nonsense. This is a food connoisseur's dream. Anyway, one mechanic that isn't that well done in this game, at least in my opinion, is the quick turn mechanic, which is used only in 3D sections, very, very few times, and again, it was in Sonic Unleashed, and I'd say it wasn't that good in Sonic Unleashed either, and it's still not good in this. And I honestly, like, in Sonic Generations 2, I feel like out of all of Sonic's moveset, it's the, I'd argue it's the worst one. Anyway, this is actually a Wisp that we didn't take advantage of in, oh my god, look at this popcorn. This is actually a Wisp we didn't take advantage of in the last level, even though we could have, but this is Drill. There you go. I love the announcer, like, just screaming at the top of his lungs, whatever power-up you're using. Also, say hello to the best song in the game. I know, definitely one of the composer's finest works of art right there. Am I stuck? Okay, good. I was like, I hope there's a Wisp power-up that's gonna spawn. Please don't go through there. And we can actually hold the B button to speed up, and there we go. Please don't die. Perfect. So yeah, Drill is another one of the, I'd argue, probably the most famous power-up in this game, just because it's one of the ones that they get the most use out of, and it is really cool. It's also unfortunate because this game came out, I think this game came out just a couple months after Mario Galaxy did, or wait, no, yeah, this came out in 2010, I believe, and Sonic Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy 2 also came out in 2010, earlier this year, which also had a Drill power-up, so that's a little interesting. I remember when this game was coming out, a lot of people complained that, like, oh, this is just Sega ripping off Mario Galaxy because it's Sonic in space, and it's like, not really, because the game doesn't really use, like, gravity mechanics and stuff. Like, honestly, if you're gonna look at what ripped off Mario Galaxy, it's Mad Space from Sonic Adventure 2. And by ripped off, I mean did awfully. 10 years in the future. One of the people at Sega time traveled to figure out that, oh wow, Mario's gonna have an epic space adventure to go through, and it's gonna be amazing, and, like, let's just try these gravity mechanics and just completely screw it up. I'm going off on weird tangents, I know, I'm sorry. Oh wow, we actually did really good. Nice. Still don't think we've gotten an S rank outside of, like, one of the short levels or the bosses or something. I think we got an S on the boss and that's it, but I'm doing my best. Sweet. So I'm pretty sure whenever it shows a cutscene like that, it's just showing you that you can actually use whatever Wisp power-up you unlocked. If you use a Wisp power... Oh, wait a minute, never mind. This is the first level with Drill. I'm sorry. I was saying we passed up the chance to use Drill in Tropical Resort because there are Drill power-ups in that level, only if you unlock the Wisp. So yeah, when basically, in the first level where you use a wisp, that wisp is then unlocked in all levels of the game where it will spawn. So, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. And, yeah, Act 2, let's go. Man, I love that horn. This level just has been completely horned with this music. I'm sorry. I should edit that out. Well, now I've remarked about editing it out, so now I can't. Anyway, yeah, here's a perfect example. This is actually probably the best practice you're gonna get with the quick turn mechanic, and yeah, it's a little bit weird. Honestly, it kind of feels like pointless to even do. Also, this is for your quick time events. Literally, quick time events in this game is mash A, like, which is weird because Sonic Unleashed had it more complicated. So you'd think that like they'd start off simpler and then make it more complicated later, but no. This game, like, it's multiple buttons in Sonic Colors, and it's only in Sonic Unleashed, and it's only one button in Sonic Colors. I'm going to assume the reason they did that, because I'm trying to think about it from like a developer perspective, like, I'm pretty sure the reason they probably did that is because Sonic Colors actually lets you use, like, Wii Remote Sideways, Wii Remote Nunchuck, Classic Controller, and even GameCube controller support. So I'm pretty sure the reason why they just made it the A button is because it's like, okay, well, this is going to get really confusing depending on what controller you're using, and we're going to have to map out all these different controls for these QuickTime events, so let's just make it so it causes the least confusion as possible. Let's just make it the A button. Which, I mean, fine, that's fine, I guess. Oh my god, that burger looks delicious. I could go for a big burger right now. But sadly, oh wow, I nailed that. That was cool. Sadly, I can't go for a big burger right now because I'm too busy playing fucking Sonic games. I'm just joking. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm playing Sonic games, but I'm joking about the effing part because this one's fun. Oh my god. One of these days I will break all these letters, I swear. I'll get the hang of it. I used to be a master at doing it, but I'm just getting used to the controls. Damn, still no cutscene yet. I figured that there'd be like an introductory cutscene to each level, but I guess I was wrong. Oh cool, another, as you can see on this world map, we're about to find another Wisp power-up, and again, this one's an interesting one, so let's give it a shot. The worst part about the soundtrack is deciding which one of the act variants you like more, because they're all so good. Boost! Oh god, that was cool momentum. Damn, I figured that this was going to be the power-up time, but whatever. Let's just get rid of these guys. Honestly, I don't think defeating enemies actually gets you anything really in this game. It's pretty much just you hit them because it's fun to hit things. It's fun to hit things. Oh, I can totally make that if I try hard enough. See, Sonic is like kind of like on rails as soon as I go up here. Damn it, I can't jump off. Can I just jump right here? Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay. Here is the Rocket Wisp, and this one needs no introduction. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just use it and blast off. And also skydiving is in this game. Cool. You can also do a sky dive by holding the B button, and you can also pick up another Rocket Wisp, so you can just launch right back up at the ceiling again. And if you remember this act, oh god. If you remember, oh god, why aren't we skydiving anymore? Oh god. And thankfully Sonic does not take fall damage in any game, I think, so that's really nice. Rocket Wisp is actually one of the power-ups that returns in Sonic Generations in the Planet Wisp level, which is a level we haven't been to yet, but it's interesting that they took a level from Sonic Colors, even though it was so recent for Generations, but I'm pretty sure if you ask anyone what level they're going to take from Sonic Colors, it's going to be Planet Wisp, for obvious reasons that we'll get to. Because, yeah, that level is definitely memorable. Anyway, let's try to avoid getting blasted by these rockets that just blow to confetti. This game is just pure joy, except when you almost fall into a pit. There we go. Seriously, this is a... Well, I'm not going fast enough to justify using the smooth turn game, but whatever. Oh, hey, we actually need to defeat all the enemies just to get that spawn. Okay, well, there's a reason to defeat enemies. Man, it's just little things like that. Like, the game definitely goes out of its way to, like, show you cool camera angles in a lot of situations, which is really cool. Because, yeah, they're definitely kind of, like, bragging about how pretty some of these levels are. There we go. Sonic just having a temper tantrum, I'm sorry. Oh, cool, and the Rocket Wisp is available. Okay, apparently there is no story anymore. Okay, again, that's weird. I figured that there would be more cutscenes to this, but oh well. Act 4, let's keep going. Looking at that floating, like, burger that has, like, kind of like that aura around it reminds me of, like, seeing, like, a Krabby Patty in, SpongeBob. It's like, it's mystical. Speaking of mystical, look at that M&M Smarty fountain just going down that tube right there. That looks so good. I mean, this game already looks great, but could you imagine if they did, like, an HD remake, like, making it in the actual Hedgehog engine, or Hedgehog engine 2.0, I guess, for Sonic Forces, but yeah, this game does use the Hedgehog engine, I'm pretty sure, just an extremely modified version of it that can run on a PS2, basically, because, yeah, the PS2 and Wii obviously cannot handle how pretty Unleashed looked, and Generations, for the record. Let's just get up here. You actually don't get boost energy as easily in this game. In Generations, and I think Unleashed as well, like, the game basically just hands it to you with rings, because rings will actually give you boost energy, but I don't think that's the case in this game. I think you have to actually get a boost wisp capsule, which I think is just Yacker. Like, if you just get a Yacker capsule, or just normal wisps, because Yacker looks like all the other normal wisps. He doesn't... I think, like, he has, like, a... I'm not sure what part of his design. You know, here, I have a Sonic Colors poster in my room right now that has Yacker and a bunch of wisps on. So let's just look at it right now and figure out... Okay, yeah. The distinguishing feature for Yacker is he has, like, a little curly hair on top of his head. And yes, that just happened. I just left the mic just to go look at a poster on my wall. This channel tanked harder than Sonic's career. I've never liked this part of the level. Like, whenever the game, like, I mean, Sonic always has, like, these slower moments, especially, like, with elevators that rise up. Like, that's even in the classic games, but I always remember when I play this game being like, oh god, just let me boost again, please. Let's grab this red ring just for red ring's sake. There we go. Unfortunately, you can't break any of these blocks. I think the only way to break the block is to actually use a Wisp power-up. I don't think Sonic has anything in his arsenal that can actually get rid of it, unfortunately. And here's what I was talking about when I said, like, oh yeah, this part of the level, because, yeah, let's just get through this as fast as we can. Oh god, boosting gives you way too much. Oh god. There we go. Riveting. I mean, at least the music is fantastic. Like, I'm like, if you don't like seeing a, like, being a dead horse for 4 hours, because get used to it, because I will praise this soundtrack to high heaven. Sweet. That level took a little bit longer. It could be the fact that I left the chair to go do something else mid-level, because that's how little I care, apparently. Oh my god, is this it? Is this it? No! It's really hard. There's a rhythm to it. There's a rhythm to breaking all of them. I need to find it again. My god, we're almost done the whole world. Act 5. We only have 2 more levels to go, and we have no context for why we're even here. And go! Oh man, I wish you could equip stuff in this game to give you like boost like at the very start of the levels or anything. That's one like again they definitely went to a more simpler gameplay style because there's no level ups or anything. There's no equipable items like in Generations and Unleashed. It's just pure levels with a default moveset that you just have from the very start of the game, which is admirable because I guess again it makes it easier to design in a lot of cases. Also, these blue ring blocks that are actually tied to another Wisp power-up, which I don't believe is in this level. At least I'm pretty sure it isn't, so we'll actually be seeing it in the next world. Yeah, it's in these blue capsules, which we haven't unlocked yet. But it's cool because it gives you replayability, especially since, like, there's a lot of red rings that you won't be able to get on a first playthrough. Like, you're going to need to come back to the level once you've unlocked more wisps to actually unlock all of them, and these are pretty cool. If you jump onto them and then... oh, that's weird. I could have sworn that you could... There we go! I was just going to say, I could have sworn you could boost on them to actually get more... momentum, but you actually have to boost like into them. You can't boost while driving them. This is actually a mechanic that Sonic Rush used actually, so that's pretty cool that they brought it back from that. And yeah, you can boost mid-air too just to grab onto them. It's really cool. Again, I remember that's I think that's actually how you access special stages in the original Sonic Rush, which I don't think I've mentioned it before, but Sonic Rush is a fantastic game. Like, I know I joked earlier about it had bottomless pits galore, but speaking of bottomless pits, there's one right here. Please be careful. I know that I joked earlier that it has that, but Rush and the Rush trilogy in general, which is comprised of Rush, Rush Adventure, and Sonic Colors for DS, is pretty solid. But I definitely say the best is, without a doubt, the original Sonic Rush, because Rush Adventure throws too much grindy stuff in there, and Sonic Colors is way too easy. But Rush, I feel like, has the best balance. Again, that's been ages since I played that game, though. I'm sure that one actually does hold up, though. Move along, move along, move along. Okay, time for the final act of Sweet Mountain before the boss. Run, Sonic, run. Oh my god, popcorn looks so good. Anyway, these yellow blocks are another mechanic. I don't believe these are tied to a wisp at all, but basically they're just platforms that will that can be destroyed either by you boosting into them or enemies shooting them, which you'll see. Oh, I'm sorry. Which you'll see later in the level. The game is going to throw a couple of dick moves at you for actually getting yourself into tricky situations involving these blocks. See, like, it's situations like this where, like, we need boost to actually just get through here in general, so unfortunately none of them gave me any boost, so I actually can't grab that life, unfortunately. And we can't even access that red ring until we have the block power-up, or blue wisps, or they're all blue. You know what I mean. We need another wisp power-up to actually do that, and now you're seeing why it's a little annoying when you don't have any boost, and killing enemies doesn't give you boost in this game either, so like really the only way to get boost is to hit those capsules, so that's definitely an interesting way. And here's the room I was talking about where they definitely it's a little bit of a dick move because your platforms to get up to that top of that tower are rapidly disappearing, but we got through that pretty easily. Yeah, Sonic Colors is just bite-sized chunks, which is appropriate considering these giant donuts in the background. Bite-sized chunks. Planet-sized chunks. Easy peasy. Okay, time for the boss. I find it really weird how we didn't find, like, there was no context for this world. Like, Sonic didn't have any conversation with Tails in this entire world.
Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows.
Words to live by. Oh, God.
Experience has also taught me that the best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt. Excuse me.
I like to imagine it like that. Those are PA announcements that are like going to everyone, like any visitors to this park. No saving aliens. Just this hidden sinisterness in every other one of those PA announcements.
Let's dance.
Okay, the boss of Sweet Mountain, and this one is definitely has a little more substance than the last boss. It's also a little bit longer and a little bit harder. So basically, the first part of this fight is just based on getting to the actual boss, getting to the head of this pirate ship, which is easier said than done when you accidentally ground pound. But there we go. And once we hit that lever, pull the lever Kronk, we can actually just bring this pirate ship down and bring the boss onto an even playing field. Can I, like, homing attack you? There we go. There we go. And see, this boss actually learned from the past boss's mistakes because he actually won't die in 3 hits. Again, it's really weird that the first boss dies that quickly. You'd think that it would be 3 hits, another phase, then 3 hits or something, even for that first boss, but that is the case for this boss, because 3 hits does not finish the boss yet. There we go. This boss music is pretty good too. Definitely not like spectacular by any means, but I'd argue the boss music in this game isn't that special. But hey, when the level of music is this good, like, it doesn't even really matter in the end. There we go. And watch Sonic jump. Oh, okay. That's actually it. Okay, weird. We never actually did the drill power-up. Okay, that's weird. You can I like how the drill wisp actually has Z's coming out of it, because we haven't used it yet. You're supposed to actually use the drill power-up to, like, chase the boss underground, but I guess I actually forgot to do that, and I guess I didn't have to. I could have sworn that sometimes the boss will, like, actually flee underground, but this time he didn't, so whatever. That works for me.
Hey, Tails, you missed the BBBE. Huh? Best boss beating ever. So,
Yeah.
Hacker giving you any more information or limericks or whatever it is he's spouting?
Limericks.
Remember, this translation stuff isn't 100%.
Trust me, I remember.
So anyway, these aliens are made up of a really powerful energy source called hyper-go-ons. It's inside of them.
Like a battery?
No.
Okay.
Well, sort of. It's their life source. And you only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. Funny thing, it was first translating as
It's a source of limitless potential.
Anyway, it seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair! That's the best thing I've heard all day. I gotta remember that one.
I know, I've already written it down. Anyway, he's draining them of their power.
I just read that line. Tails wrote it down. He has a post-it note in his workshop already for it.
Oh, an evil purpose.
Ah,
Good
okay.
intel. Keep working on it.
Eggman has an evil plan. Good job, Tails. Way to figure it out.
Nosehair, of course. I'm totally calling him McNosehair.
He added the Mick to it. It's his own Sonic spin.